So we have one more question.
Okay, for Quincy, L&M Welding and Alfred Construction for your asphalt and your wrought iron fencing here in town. For Greg, what are the possibilities of the convention center? And then before you answer my question, I just want to tell you thank you from the bottom of my heart. As I'm sure that everybody here, I have no doubt this place will be packed to capacity to hear what you have to say, because you have proven yourselves over the years that you, today on the news I saw Leaders Eat Last, the book was coming out, and you have that mentality of how can I help the community, and I know that that will benefit myself. You don't have the me first attitude. You're always looking at how you can develop the community and how you can help the community, and your heart is for Mesquite, and that helps you as a business, and that helps all of us as a business, and I just want to tell you how much I appreciate it, and how much I appreciate all of the little things that you do in your meetings and trying, always trying to help Mesquite. Thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Thank you. So the question about a convention center. I've learned more about conventions in the last year from being on the the convention board, and I think that for Mesquite, okay, it may not be so much conventions but meetings. Okay? And then I think to ourselves, why would businesses choose Mesquite, rather than Las Vegas, rather than St. George, rather than Orlando? Okay, and Las Vegas is actually going through this self-reflection as we speak, because they're trying to figure out what the next iteration for the convention center there is. But during a lot of those meetings, I do daydream, and I think about sort of Mesquite. So some of the thoughts I've had is I do think that we could do some studies on what are the sizes of meetings that would want to come to Mesquite. How many rooms do they need? Because you have to look at what the capacity is, both at Mesquite Gaming's Virgin River and Casablanca, as well as ours. And you look at the other independents from Falcon Ridge to Best Western and the Mesquite Star, and then you could start working backwards towards what the facility might have to look like. Okay. That's kind of a programmatic exercise that will need more than me. But I do have some confidence that there's enough land, both undeveloped at the Mesquite Star and in Mesquite, that there could be, that joint or city-owned center. But I think the kinds of meetings that would want to come here, they'd want to come here because they like the outdoors. They want to come here because it has a flavor that is different from Las Vegas. Okay. Internationally, there is a great appetite for experiencing the Old West. So I remember the first time I ever drove into Mesquite, you see in the Hafen Dairy, and you'd look on your right, and it had a certain flavor, just because.
Smell.
That was unintended. but it's true, right? When you absent the actual olfactory flavor, you can look and you had a sense of Mesquite being agricultural, having history. And I think as we look at why people would want to come and convention here, then we have to think about everything from architecture to is it someplace that you could have a almost like a convention with Burning Man. You could have a big bonfire. Andre says that I'm a pyromaniac. That's why I both the fireworks, and I talk about things like bonfires and steak fries, because I think that character, that position, a place where you could ride horses, a place where you could do trucker hunting, that those things all together, I think those are some of the things, though, that when you're competing with another location, and why come to Mesquite, that you need to have a complete program. Because otherwise, you know, anyone can erect a building and say, you know, here's our convention center. But I think it's all the other things is the reason why they come, and the reason why they're willing to spend the money in your town to be a benefit to everyone. So I'm sure I named a bunch of stuff that individually I like that but don't like that. But I think we need to figure out collectively enough things that when you think of Mesquite, you say, yeah, that's why we would want to have our meeting there.
Feed off of your comment, leaders eat last. All three gentlemen have offered to stay another 15, 20 minutes and take individual questions, if you're so inclined. Let's give a round of applause for all three. We also want to thank Joel and the staff at Wolf Creek. You guys done a tremendous job hosting. I want to thank the audience for attending. You guys